Listen, no matter what you do, doctor, lawyer, preacher, bus driver, shoeshine man or woman, some days it just feels like you're checking the boxes, that you're on the assembly line, that you're in the stands watching the game. It is some days like Walden. It's like Henry David Thoreau in Lives of Quiet Desperation. Figuring out ways to tell this story, to share it, and the ideas and philosophy embedded in it, to take a blank page, put an idea on it and flesh it out, and make it walk. There is a challenge. Lectures alone won't do to tell this story. That's too easy. Speak it, yes, but sing it, stage it, write it, craft it. The 5 ways of telling story to engage an audience with a story that resonates with them. This is an invitation to deploy imagination. It is work. The second purpose is consequence of the first. Joseph Epstein was editor of the American Scholar. That's the quarterly literary for the Phi Beta Kappa. In one of his essays titled "Can't Take That Away From Me," after the song of the same name, Epstein says, knowing the same songs is one of the things that draws one closer to people. He's on to something. But go one step beyond. It's not just knowing the words. It's feeling similar sentiments. Sharing those sentiments, those ideas. Gordon Allport was a professor at Harvard for many years. He said a community builds trust by working together as equals, cooperatively, on a common project to benefit community. Telling Lafayette's story, figuring out ways to share Lafayette's story in a way that resonates with the audience, is a platform for unity. It's a worthwhile purpose. And you can be part of it. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have or have not. Doesn't matter what your complexion is or what kind of car you drive or what kind of work you do. There is a place in this work for you. So, go about the routines, working, shopping, doing things necessary day to day, like picking up the children, don't forget the children, and paying bills, and hovering above, unobtrusively, shadowing all these immediate personal pursuits, are the ideals we hope someone is taking care of, the very ones that unite us. The occasion to think these through, to give them an undistracted moment, is rare because they are unobtrusive and because they don't share the deadlines of, say, picking up the children. And yet, a firm notion of these ideals unites. Mends cultural, racial divides, builds trust, and it permits a security in giving the other guy benefit of the doubt. It is in our ideals we unite. But ideals as philosophy, by themselves, forever fuzzy, unless they piggyback onto story. The mind sees things better when the Platonic has boots. To sign a pledge dedicating oneself to ideals is like pocketbook philanthropy. It's not enough. One must come out of the stands, off the assembly line, and into the arena to write essays, to speak the story, to sing the song, to stage that meeting, and craft the keepsake. Craft the undistracted moment. You and I, in the work of telling Lafayette's story and inviting others to be a part, will find community coming together. We're doing the work of solidarity, bringing community closer to the ideal of unity. Let's wrap things up. We're here in LaGrange, Georgia. We have a magnificent statue of the Marquis de Lafayette right in the middle of town, Lafayette Square. Go figure. 10 feet tall, 1,600 pounds. It's a cast iron copy of the original at Le Puy in Velay. LaGrange takes its name from Lafayette's home outside Paris, the Chateau de LaGrange. So, how does a community in West Georgia come to be named LaGrange, much less have a magnificent statue of Lafayette in the middle of town? It's a remarkable story, and we'll talk about it in a future episode. This will be a weekly visit with you and me, and every few weeks the curtain may come down such that we regroup and refresh, and then the curtain will rise again, and we'll keep you posted on the agenda. Catch next week's episode, Castles and Volcanoes. This is Living Lafayette, the podcast, to discover, to inform, to entertain. Till next time.